What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with another predicted lineup video. We have got Palace at home this weekend.
Very top interesting 6 players from away from
exactly.
home.
You know, Palace are actually on top 4 home form if you look at their last 20 games or something, apparently. So anyway, what's the team news?
Yeah, so Giovanni Lo Celso, obviously he's been ruled out until the end of October, so he's not playing this weekend. Big blow, I think, for him and for Spurs. Ndombele, Kyle Walker-Peters, Eric Dyer, Ryan Sessegnon, all back in full team training, first team training, and they're being assessed ahead of this weekend whether they're going to be fit to play. So I imagine they're all probably going to, not all of them, but they're all going to be in with a fight to be in the squad. Whether they'll play or not is a different question.
How many times has Dyer been back in full training?
Many times, and then he doesn't quite have it. And then other than that, Juan Foyth is still in rehabilitation, and Davinson Sanchez has a slight niggle, so he might be a doubt for this weekend, so I'm not expecting him to play. So bit of a mixed team news, mostly positive, considering we've got Sessegnon and Ndombele back, which we're going to need, get them embedded in the squad as soon as possible. But in terms of who we're going to play, it's actually quite hard to call.
It's very hard to call. We've been looking at this lineup and discussing it for a while now, and still not 100% sure on it.
Still not 100% sure who we're going to play, and that's a very good thing, because how many times in the past few years have we just been, you know, the lineup, you know how we're going to set up, who's going to be starting, and it's actually nice and it's refreshing to have these dilemmas, to have who's going to be fighting for those front forward positions, especially.
Well, let's run through the lineup.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Obviously, it's going to be Hugo in goal.
Yeah,
we're thinking a back 4 of Rose, Jan, Toby, and the first game of the season for Serge Aurier. Yeah,
considering Walker-Peters still not 100% fit, he's being assessed before the weekend, and Aurier played 2 games for Ivory Coast. And he was talking a lot before, and you know, these quotes came out. We actually talked about it a lot in the international roundup, how he's happy to still be at Spurs and he feels like Tottenham trust him. And I think it's one of those where he was probably being left out because of all the uncertainty over his future, and now that's settled, he'll probably get more game time.
Yeah, and I think he deserves a crack at the whip. I think on performance base, I know he didn't play a lot, but I think he was the best right back in the squad last season.
I think on ability, there's no question he is. It's just whether he has that application and that mindset to be a top 4 right back.
I really like Aurier, and I want him to be our starting right back this season.
And I agree. I expect him to play. I expect him to play more by default than him earning the position, but I think he'll play this weekend.
So with the midfield, we're thinking of a diamond 4 with Winks at the bottom of it, Sissoko and Dele. Dele's also first game of the season, and Eriksen at the top of the diamond.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call. It could easily be a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, Lucas could easily play because Lucas didn't play international.
And also Ndombele's back, so he could also, if he's fit enough, he could easily slot straight into that midfield if he's fully fit. If not, I'm expecting, which we don't think he is, because they're saying he's going to be assessed. So we're assuming Sissoko's going to retain his place. Again, I'm expecting the diamond just because we did go for that 4-2-3-1 at home to Newcastle, and it didn't work at all. And I'm expecting a similar kind of approach to Palace, from Palace than Newcastle. He's sitting back, not getting space in behind.
They always frustrate us, don't they? Same as Newcastle. These 2 teams are kind of the team that always frustrate us. And
I feel like we're going to need players like Dele and Eriksen together, and Winks, and trying to pick that lock.
Eriksen's going to be vital. We said it in the preview over on the Back of the Nest channel. We said Eriksen is going to be completely vital to this game because they're going to be sitting back. You know, they've got a good defence there. They've got, what was it, Gary Cahill and Saka or something? No,
Saka's injured. It'll probably be Gary Cahill and I think Martin Kelly most likely. And Joel. Well, look, the defence man for man is actually not that impressive, but as a unit, how Roy Hodgson has them drilled, it's very hard to break down. And you know, it's
even
proven.
Without Wan-Bissaka, they're looking good in defence.
And it's proven time after time now. The last few times we've gone away to big teams, they've beaten City away, they've beaten Arsenal away, they beat United away this season, they've beaten Chelsea away. So this is a team that you can't take too lightly, and this defence clearly is made of stern stuff. So it's going to be hard to break that lock, and that's why I'm feeling more Dele and Eriksen rather than Lucas, players who are more, more tipped, they're more finesse about them.
Yeah, they're more nimble on their feet. They can find those slight passes. And
we're going to need that.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to need that moment of magic. Like, how many times have we been drawing with Crystal Palace, and then the last minute Eriksen pops up, Son pops up with a worldie, that moment of magic to win the game.
We're going to need that, and obviously we've got Kane and Son up top, which we feel like will be a 2 up top. I think it's a good combination. We have Son who can have those long range shots and that dribbling ability. We've got Kane, who obviously an absolute poacher who can gobble anything up. And hopefully they'll work well together. It'll be nice to see Dele, Eriksen, Kane and Son back in the first team again, which we probably haven't seen in a while. So I think that's the team we're going to go for. Obviously, they're subject to a lot of change. I'm confident that team could obviously come away with a win. But, you know, this Palace team, as I've said before, they've just proven time and time again they can go away to these big teams and get results. So it's not something.
Very well. They make it very difficult for the home team to do anything because you know they sit back, they keep it so compact, and they're very disciplined in what they do.
But it's not only grinding out draws; they actually get wins. They're getting goals as well. So there's something on the counter attack you've got to be wary of. Wilfried Zaha, who's obviously, I think he's going to be on it. He's going to be wanting that move in January.
Just stick Sissoko on him. He won't have anything. He can do anything.
He's going to be wanting that move in January, isn't he? So he's really going to be up for it in these big games, I feel. And they've got obviously Andros Townsend, Jordan Ayew somehow coming to form.
Andros going to love a goal against Spurs, won't he?
And they got a player like Milahajlovic, I actually think is a decent midfielder as well. He's good at. You don't want to give away set pieces when he's around. And so it's not going to be an easy game, I don't think, Crystal Palace at home.
It never is. Look, let's be honest. So what's your score prediction then?
I'm going to go 1-0.
1-0.
1-0 Spurs. I feel like it's going to be a difficult game. If we get an early goal, it's completely different. I think they have to come out a bit and try and push for the result, so it'll make a bit more space for us in behind. But if we don't get the early goal and they do frustrate us, it has to be that one bit of magic. That's, you know, we always seem to beat them 1-0. Always seems to happen that way. Yeah. And so I'm not expecting any different this time.
Yeah, like you said, if we get that early goal, I trust us to go on and win the game comfortably. But I just can't see that happening. In the last couple of weeks, we haven't really shown our form, and I think it's going to be a kind of nervy game. But I think we will get that goal. I don't think we'll lose it like we did against Newcastle. But yeah, if they score early, we could be in for a really difficult afternoon.
I agree with that.
But
I'm just hoping
that I'm going for 1-0 as well.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that we come up after the window's now closed. This is our first game after the window's closed. I'm just hoping we have something to prove this game, that we're all together, we're all going in the same direction, and that we are all in it for the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're going to have a good season. I think we need to have a good performance. That'll be nice to see. We might grind out a win, but I'm hoping the team are all together.
Exactly. Let's put on our first big performance of the season. Let's kickstart our season because we've got 5 games until the next international break.
7 games, including
I'm talking about Premier League.
Yeah.
We've got 5 Premier League games until the next international break. And these 5 games, we've got Palace, we've got Leicester, we've got Southampton.
Yeah.
And if we can get past these 3 games and win them all, then we're on a good run.
And Son has scored against Crystal Palace in 3 different stadiums at home. White Hart Lane, Wembley and the new stadium. So you've got to have Son in the team.
It's a good one, yeah. But also, we were saying in that preview over on the back of the nest that, I was saying anyway, that Lucas is going to be vital for us this game because he likes to get that ball and beat a man.
He does, it's true, but it's a difficult one. I do think that link up between Eriksen and Dele, we're going to need it this game. So that's why we've gone for them.
Yeah, at least we've got good options on the bench.
Which is great. I think it's great to see. And I'm happy that we have these options to bring on. And I'm happy we have these dilemmas in the first team because it's only healthy for the squad, this competition. And it's probably the most competitive squad Pochettino's had since he came to Spurs.
Yeah, most competitive, but most unsettled as well.
So hopefully we'll get settle them down and just get competitive.
All right, so there you have it. That's our predicted lineup. Comment below what you think the predicted lineup should be, what you think the scoreline's going to be, and as always, come on, you Spurs!